Hi, I'm Lorraine, and I have a testimony to tell you. In 2019, they found a large tumor on the left side of my brain. I had surgery to remove it, and after the surgery, I had a lot of difficulties and problems with my right side. I had a lot of therapy, and after the therapy was done, I felt a lot better. 2 years later, in 2021, I developed seizures. I don't know why, and neither did the neurologist, but they're grand mal seizures. Very serious because I move my legs and my arms, I bang my head onto the floor wherever I am, and for a moment I don't know where I am or what happened. I went to a good neurologist who told me that he could give me medicine to help it. He tried several medicines on me, including a treatment for a special diet that would help me. Nothing worked. So finally, he suggested a procedure called a VNS. It stands for vagus nerve stimulator. It's placed under the skin, and on me it's placed on my left shoulder. The purpose of it is to stimulate the nerve in the brain to help you control the seizures, which may make the seizure mild. You'll have less seizures, and it may even take you from having to have the seizure as long as you do what they've instructed you to do. When I got the surgery, I went into the hospital on June 23rd. I had the surgery, they implanted the stimulator, and everything went good. I was in the recovery room getting ready to go home that day, and I decided I wanted to walk to see how I was, because sometimes I get a little dizzy. At some point, I suddenly turned to my daughter. She looked at my face, and I heard her yell, "Help, my mother's going to have a seizure," and I did. I don't remember anything after that statement that I said to my daughter, but everything that I'm going to tell you has been told to me by doctors, ICU nurses, and my daughter. I had a 10-minute seizure. Normally, seizures last just a few minutes, but mine was very bad and it lasted a long time. I also had 2 seizures after that, and on the 3rd seizure that I had, I turned blue and purple in my face. I was gagging, I was unable to breathe, and finally couldn't breathe. My heart was going from high beats to low beats and was not doing well at all. And my blood pressure had spiked so high that they stopped everything and rushed me to ICU working on me. When I got to ICU, they hooked me up to a ventilator. At that point, they somewhat prepared my daughter for the fact that this was either going to cause brain damage, or I would have a stroke, or something would be wrong with my heart and I wouldn't recover. My daughter sat by my side the whole time. She took a small Bible out of her purse that she carries with her everywhere. She started to read the Bible to me, and she prayed. And she did this for over 6 hours, on and off. The last point she did was she played worship music on her phone and put it close to my ear. She had explained to me that even though you're unconscious, you can still hear. While she was doing that, they noticed that I seemed to be doing a little bit better in breathing. 24 hours later, I opened my eyes. My daughter spoke to me a little, and she said I was able to nod my head yes and nod my head no. At that point, the nursing staff and the doctor removed me from the ventilator, I was breathing on my own. They took me to ICU, and I spent exactly 2 days in ICU. During that time, I was able to use my arms. I was able to use my legs. I did not have a stroke. I was able to talk and have normal conversation. I didn't have brain damage. My blood pressure had gone down to normal, and my heart rate stabilized. I did really well, and finally they put me in a regular room in the hospital. I spent exactly 6 days in the hospital. I was able to walk out of the hospital in the same condition I walked in. I have no other explanation except that the glory of the Lord healed me. And it's for this healing that I will always be grateful. I think that with faith and prayer, you can have anything done because the Lord is good.
His goodness has become my strength.